Hello everybody, welcome back to yet another Jedi Knight episode. In this one, we're going to be introduced, coming up here shortly actually, it's just where we're going, to a very important character, and almost one of the only people on Hoth that I like for the Jedi story. It's kind of funny how that works, but every character I've been introduced to, even the Jedi that I was just talking to in the past episode, she's kind of out there. You'll see in this one, and I don't really appreciate her as a Jedi. Really, it's hard to explain. Something's weird about her. But as far as Sergeant Rusk, I'm pretty sure it's Rusk. We'll find Rusk. Crap. Now I don't remember. We'll find out here in a second when we meet him. But as far as he goes, I mean, he's probably the most likable character and the one that makes the most sense on this planet. You'll see that in a few minutes, I get like these random orders from this guy that I'm like, who the heck are you? And he like forces me to go do something, and I'm like, what? Like, that doesn't make any sense. But even the Jedi later on says things that just don't make any sense to me. Like, I'm just like, why would you... Like, something was seriously not tied together on the story here on Hoth with the Jedi story. Like, something just feels weird with all the characters that you meet. And because of that, like I said, I only like the Sergeant. He's the one that makes the most sense. So because of that, a lot of my dialogue choices reflect that. For instance, I'm a bit more douchebaggery than I usually am with this character, and he tends to want to murder people terribly, except for there's a dark side choice coming up here in a second. I don't take it because it's not something my Jedi would usually do. It's, save the poor guy. He needs help,
Liha Nerez sent me. Looks like I got here just in time.
No worries, Master Jedi. I was prepared to hold this position indefinitely. Sergeant Fiddleton Rusk, 301st Infantry. My squad's at your service.
There's no more squad. We're all that's left.
We're a squad until I say otherwise, Private. Now on your feet.
No time for R&R. Imperial forces are everywhere.
Take it easy. That soldier needs medical attention.
Reload your weapons, Private. The mission isn't complete. Our objective was to secure Imperial survey maps of the Starship Graveyard. Target achieved. Imperial counterattackers pursued us here. Squad fatalities, 66.4%. Enemy fatalities, 100%.
Hang on. I'm picking up a fresh wave of probe droids outside. They're headed this way.
Keep him alive. I'll handle the droids myself.
Get behind me, Private.
Thank you, sir. Here they come!
Okay, so it is Sergeant Rusk, which sounds... It sounds like I should know that, like I should remember that, but from here on, I promise to you guys, I will never get that wrong again this episode.
Enemy fatalities, 100%. You can come out now, Private.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank this Jedi for doing your job, soldier.
I'm just glad you're safe, Private.
Any soldier trashing the Jedi gets a punch in the mouth from me. That's a promise.
These are the Imperial survey maps of the Starship Graveyard. Liha Nerez wants to see them. I'll return to base and reconstitute my squad. We'll meet you at our coordinates ASAP. Stay sharp out there.
I think you might describe Rusk as a very calculated person. See what I did there? Because of all of the percentages.
This is General Callan Grain, Republic High Command. I just arrived in orbit above Hoth. Quite a mess down there. I'm told you commandeered some men from the 301st Infantry for your classified operation. The Imperial offensive left us in bad shape. We've been scratching your back. Now we need a favor.
I have no obligation to repay you anything.
What about defending the Republic? You still do that, right? Scout teams detected several Imperial weapon platforms under construction in the ice fields near our base. If the enemy sets artillery that close, they can shoot down our shuttles. I need you to destroy those weapon platforms. Now.
Those cannons are your problem. Deal with them.
If we lose shuttle access, no one leaves Hoth. That includes you. General Varsuthra tells me you can work miracles on the battlefield. I'm counting on it. You're receiving coordinates to the Imperial weapon platforms now. Good luck. General Grain out.
Okay, this guy seriously pisses me off. I remember playing this part, and I was literally angry. I was like, what the hell was that? This guy literally shows up out of nowhere on a holocom and is like, hey, I need you to go destroy these guns for me. Would you do it? And I'm thinking, you know that I'm on a secret mission. He just said, hey, you're on a top secret mission. I understand that. It's like, so why are you having me do this? I'm in the middle of something, you know? I'm sure you have other people on the planet that are quite capable of doing this on their own. So then I'm like, I'm trying to avoid it. I'm like, I don't want to go do this stupid errand that probably is just there to tie these two quests together. So I did those choices. I was like, no, I don't want to do that. You're not going to make me do this. I'm sorry. And then it makes me do it anyways. Like, I don't understand why this was a thing. Why does it has me get those options to say, like, I don't want to do this, but then it doesn't give me the option not to actually do it at all. Most quests, for the most part, allow you to kind of decline it, right? So there's the normal declining of a quest, which typically goes along the lines of, like, no, I don't want to do this stupid task you have me to do. So it should be the same thing here, but really, as I just said, you know, a minute ago, it's literally just here to tie these two quests together, to tie the flow of the area together, so I can, you know, go down into the other quests here that are actually on Hoth, just the normal quests. And it just doesn't, it pissed me off so bad that this stupid plot device was put in there just to move the story along, which, you know, is what a plot device is. But it's, as you can tell, I'm still really frustrated about that. I don't see why he was even there. It doesn't work. Nothing about that story works. So far, the Jedi story has been really great. It's been awesome. I've really enjoyed it until this, where it was just like, they obviously had writer's block or something. Or they're like, well, how, you know, we got all these quests on the southern part over here. How do we pull all this together? Oh, I know. Let's just make you go do stupid errands where you take down two crazy turrets. It doesn't. Why? It's so good, and then they come up with this crap. It pisses me off so much. Thankfully, coming up here after I destroy this gun, I get to talk with the guy again, and I get to kind of give him a piece of my mind, and it kind of resolves a little bit for people like me who just didn't want to do it. The quest does resolve a little bit, but I don't know. I don't think that it should have been there to begin with, and I know I've made that very clear thus far. But one, it shouldn't have been there. 2, it should have been something better if it had to be there. And 3, I should have been able to decline it and do something else. I mean, if anything, they should have taken the dark side choice that was there to be like, get up on your feet and fight, you idiot. You know, that whole thing that I was like, well, I'm not going to do that because that doesn't really make any sense. They should have taken that and put that as a dark-sided choice with him, so I could be like, no, I don't want to do this stupid quest. And then they could have had a light-sided one that would be like, yes, I'll go help the Republic. That should have been the light-side, dark-side choice. It was just like a huge disconnect in quest design there, and I don't know. It really, literally pisses me off.
Scouts report the Imperial artillery teams are retreating. Nice work. I have a feeling I'll need you again before this is over. Hope you're planning to stick around.
I've done you enough favors. Don't push it. Understood.
General Grain out.
That right there is the only redeeming quality of that part of the quest, where it's just like, you're welcome to help us at any time or whatever. And my guy's like, dude, you don't get it. I don't like you. I'm never talking to you again. If I ever see you in person, I'll probably murder you. Okay, I'm a bit too angry.
I have the Imperial survey maps of the Starship Graveyard.
I understand Sergeant Rust's squad paid dearly for these. Meaty 1, please analyze the maps. Find any profile that matches a Pythar-class Imperial shuttlecraft. The Meaties are pleased to meet you. They're great fans of yours.
I didn't realize I'd become a droid celebrity.
Maybe that's why those probe droids kept rushing at you.
Ever since I built the Meaties, I've been teaching them Jedi history, philosophy, everything. Someday, the Meaties will prove that even droids can use the Force.
The Force is generated by living beings, not machines.
How do you define a living being? In the end, aren't we all just machines of a sort? Throughout history, certain droids have achieved well beyond their design limitations. I believe the Force is the answer. Droids who go long enough without memory wipes develop personalities. Couldn't they develop more than that?
I think you're jumping to conclusions, but good luck with your experiment.
Even Master Braga is skeptical. But one day, the meaties will prove me right. You found something? Let me see. The Empire recently discovered a crash site matching the scientist vessel. Imperial forces are excavating the wreck at an ice cavern nearby. We need to move fast, and we'll need reinforcements.
What are the odds this is the same vessel we're looking for?
The level of effort the enemy's putting into that excavation can't be a coincidence. I'll contact Sergeant Rusk and inform him of the situation. You and I will hit the enemy from 2 directions. I'll enter the cavern at these coordinates. You go in at this entrance. We'll meet in the middle. Don't worry, Meaty. The Force is with us. I'll see you at the cavern.
And then there's that. So yet another character that suddenly I don't like at all. And just it's just okay, the overarching story for the Jedi Knight here on Hoth is pretty good. I mean, if you look at just what that happens, like I'm here to find something on a ship, I'm here with, you know, on a secret mission, and I get to find Sergeant Rusk, all this stuff. It's pretty good. But then there's all these characters that just logically do not make any sense. It's like everybody is absolutely crazy except me and Sergeant Rusk, right? And we're the only ones that see that, and nobody else realizes it. So then, like, my character questions his sanity. I don't know. Maybe it's just that I don't like the characters. That could be it too. It could be just me being biased towards them, and that's why I don't like them or understand them or even care to want to understand them. But like her whole like philosophical thing there on like I'm gonna use the Force to make these things, these synthetics, basically is what she's trying to do. I'm gonna make these droids, you know, to be able to use the Force, and that's the key to making droids live. It just, like, why did that even have to be there? It doesn't make sense as a plot device. They could have added that somewhere else. If you look at it logically, right, hang in with me here. If you look at it as I'm coming in, I'm on a secret mission, I just went and did the whole, you know, stupid gun things, and I meet up with her, and I'm like, hey, you know, where's this dang ship? And then out of nowhere, she's like, these droids, they're so pretty, aren't they? I'm gonna make them real. And you're like, whoa, creepy woman? Like, what is going on here? It's creepy, it doesn't make any sense. It's just weird. The dialogue on this, that's it. The dialogue is weird, and I think that's what drives why everything is so disjointed as far as the story goes thus far on Hoth. I don't know. Coming up here, though, it is a bit of payback. You see these droids, or these turrets here, are all facing this downed ship, and you're like, oh, why are these turrets facing a already crashed ship? It doesn't make any sense. It's in a cavern. Well, you know, whatever's going on here. Once again, these turrets are being used as a plot device, so don't worry about that. But just let me go through my thought process here. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll just kill these turrets because I get bonus experience. And then you look over here, and you're like, wait, ha ha ha! Revenge! You came in here thinking you're hot stuff, and you got shot like an idiot. You noob! Slash laugh and laugh and laugh.